start to the year for the people of Tuhoe with the release of Tame Iti from jail, and a milestone was recently achieved in settling grievances committed by the Crown on the Tuhoe people, and it's a big weekend for Tuhoe. We cross live now to Ruatoki, where our reporter Tahuri Tumoana is standing by. Tēnā koe, Tahuri.
Kia ora, ata Maria, miriama o tira kia koutou e mātakitaki mai ana. Kei konei mātou, kei te hui Ahurei o Tuhoe. O tira, koenei te rā tua toru, te rā whakamutina mō tēnei o ngā hui Ahurei. Kua neke atu i te whātakau mā rua tau, tēnei kaupapa haere ana. O tira, ko te neti pōro, me te putu pōro, kei runa i te papatākaro i tēnei wā. Hauna no ngā mahi kapahaka, ngā mātua pakeke, mea tātou tamariki moko puna. Engari, ko te whakaaro nui mō tēnei o ngā hui, kaua ma te waiwai tūtuki, engari me upoko pakaru. And here I have is former Chief Negotiator for Treaty Claims for Tuhoe, Tamati Kruger. Tamati, has it been a bit of upoko pakaru going through this process?
Oh yes, many upoko pakaru.
And so what is your role now that you have resigned as Chief Negotiator? Will you still be involved in seeing the settlement process through?
I will. It's just that the treaty negotiations part is over and done with, so need to move on from there. We've got some tweaking to do as we prepare the bill for Parliament and then watch it go through to legislation. So there's quite a lot of work to be done, and we'll be there for that part.
Now, at the 11th hour, you were challenged by Ngāti Ruapani ki Waikare Moana. And so how are you going to go, what kind of recovery process will you be going through to ensure that hapu, I guess, or proclaimed areas such as Upoko, Rehe, Patu Heo will still be part of the Tuhoe deal no matter what?
Look, it's very important that Tuhoe has a enduring plan to involve and engage all of its hapu and all of its interest group. It's not good, I think, politically to always have dissidents and to have people really unhappy about what is going on. So the door has never ever been closed by Te Kotahia Tuhoe o Te Uru Taumatua. We greatly wish to reconcile and to have better working relationship with all of our hapu.
Kia ora. Now, te whare hau, a $15 million eco-friendly green building. What kind of value would it bring to Tuhoe? And when some people are saying, you know, our marae are still in a bit of a state of disrepair, so what value will this building bring to Tuhoe?
I think that's a good question. The first thing I think that has to be remembered is that the whareho's design and concept to be built was agreed to by all Tuhoe hapu. It wasn't something that was agreed to by a committee isolated from Tuhoe whānui. This was built over 2 years, the idea, high consultation and 100% approval by all of Tuhoe.
Now, people have said to me, when we had the whare pāremata in Mauna Pōhatu, why tāne atua?
Oh, well, that was another thing that was agreed to by Tuhoe hapu over the last 2 years. I think they consider Tāne Atua to be the biggest town in Te Urawera, a place where all of them are connected to and have a presence in. It's not just solely Ruatoki. And it's something that's convenient to other services.
Yeah. There's a lot to get through, but we've settled the CNI claim, approximately 60 mil. Te Urawera, what value do we have in terms of selling Te Urawera? What value is it?
We argued that Te Urawera is part of the cultural redress for the iwi. Therefore, there was no value monetarily given to that. So because it was part of our cultural redress, that came across without consideration of commercial value, etc. It was something that was going to pass over without a transaction at all.
And so, just wrapping up here, we have Tame Iti. He's come home. He was picking up the taki as the Weddles went down. You've initialed a deed of settlement. Things are looking good. Are you confident that the government won't do a U-turn like the last few years ago in terms of settling all grievances for Tuhoe and us being enabling us to move on.
And initialing says that there is a deal between Tuhoe and the Crown, and that negotiations are finished. The Crown and Tuhoe are eager to have a signing by June, and I don't think there'll be a U-turn. The feeling that I get from this Ahurei is that Tuhoe are now well prepared to close one door and open another and move on.
Tamati Kruger, thank you very much. Well done, awesome job. Nō reira, e te iwi, kei konei mātai te rā whakamutina, hui Ahurei, Tuhoe 2013. Back to you in studio, Scotty.